So this week we are looking at the similarities and differences of climate between the geographical regions in Canada. And now Canada is a very vast country. It's huge. It spans a lot of space. It's all top half of North America. And it's very big and vast, and just like how vast it is in space, it also has big differences in climate. And so the question that we're going to look at is this: what factors affect the different climates across Canada's geographical regions? And in this week, we're going to look at three factors. We're going to look at latitude, bodies of water, and mountains. And this video is focusing on the effect and the relationship between latitude and climate differences. A quick little vocabulary review: the difference between weather and climate. Weather changes daily. It talks about, it's kind of connected to rain and snow and sunny and windy. Those are weather. That's how we measure weather. Climate is a temperature over a longer period of time. So weather, short, changes daily. Climate is long and stays the same for a long period of time. All right, so let's look at latitude and how the relationship between latitude and climate in Canada. So for that, we need our globe. And here on the globe, these globes are really cool because they show the lines of latitude. So flat is how I always remember it. And the lines of latitude run around the globe from east to west. And we know that there's a really important line of latitude called the equator. Anything close to the equator is very, very, very warm. And as you go north of the equator or south of the equator, the temperatures go down, so it gets colder. Now Canada is in the northern hemisphere, so it, compared to maybe Mexico, is colder. However, there are slight differences between some of the cities in Canada. So I grew up in Toronto, Ontario, and then I moved to Edmonton, Alberta. And I'll just it's not going to be really good, but if we think about Toronto, comes down here. The city of Toronto is down here. And in terms of latitude, Edmonton is further north. So when I call home into Toronto, my parents will talk about it being cold. And I go, really? How cold is it there? And they'll say, my goodness, the other day it was about -10 degrees Celsius. Okay, come on, we're from Edmonton, we know. Edmonton can get -30 degrees Celsius. That is a very big difference in weather and also in climate. So Edmonton winters are much colder than a Toronto winter. Same for the summers. My parents will call often and they'll talk about how hot it is in Toronto. And actually this summer got quite hot for a very long time. And Toronto was seeing temperatures between 30 degrees Celsius and almost 40 degrees Celsius in the summer. Whereas in Edmonton, every once in a while we'll hit a 30 degrees Celsius, but usually we have a pretty temperate summer where we will see temperatures usually between 20 degrees Celsius and about 27 degrees Celsius. This is usually the higher parts. So Edmonton has a colder climate than Toronto, and one of the reasons why, and the big reason why between these two cities, is the line of latitude that they are located on. So now it's your turn. Grab a map, grab a globe, look for cities in Canada, ones that are closer to the equator and ones that are further away. Maybe even go really far north and look at none of it. And compare what's happening in the wintertime and what's happening in the summer. And do you notice a difference in climate between cities that are further south and closer to the equator and for cities that are further north and further away from the equator?